So she say.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Mm-hmm.
she say?
Mm-hmm.
She say. We in the house. We in the house. I hope y'all see that we are in the house. Waiting on y'all to come in. We're gonna give y'all a couple minutes, just 2 minutes, just 2 minutes before we actually get started.
Let's
I always
go.
like to give y'all time. You know what I'm
Tell all your
saying?
tell all your friends. Let's go. Let's go.
Exactly. Let them know. Go to your page. Be like, hey,
Tell your
Reasons are fired up his own. Let them know.
tell your friends, your family, your frenemies, enemies. I don't care.
Mhm. Exactly. Uh, we're gonna take this time on our end though, so we can go ahead and share and get everybody in the next two
Mm-hmm.
minutes. That's what I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
do right now. So, in case you guys just joining, um, we do have Dr. C is going to coming in as well. Lift may, I mean not Lift.
Fat boy.
Fat Boy may not be with us today, because he's doing daddy duties.
That's right. Fat boy
Yeah,
is
and
making
we
memories, which is what he's supposed to do with your kids. You
exactly,
make
and
make memories. It ain't
we
all about money.
we
It's about
we
memories.
respect that. We respect
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Man, I
And if
think
you
my
guys are here, and y'all see that we're on, give me some thumbs up, show us some likes, and also share. Give me some thumbs up, some likes, some share, all that good stuff, so we know that y'all are here.
man, I
All
think my
right,
head
because we're
my
gonna
head
get it started, man.
I think my hair's uneven for some reason.
Your head is? What the heck you mean your head's uneven?
Maybe my glasses. Every time I put my hats on, man, they all like tilt to one side. I'm
Oh,
like, man, okay, I don't know. Is it my head or my
yeah. I'm
glasses?
like, how do your head get uneven?
I don't know, man.
This is
I was
with
born. I
age.
was born with a lopsided head. I guess. I don't know.
All right. Once again, if you guys here, give us some thumbs up so we know that y'all here. So we can go ahead. We about to go ahead and get this show started. Y'all got 1 minute. 1 minute to get fresh on.
Thursday night, yes, Jill, baby.
Thursday's in the house. What's up? What's up?
This Jill's in the house.
Julie's in the house. I go online. Sometimes, dude, it's kind of like they should know. I shouldn't keep on sharing all this daggone time, man. Every daggone
Oh
week I got to
man,
share.
look, they should know.
I should
But,
already know.
I don't know for real though.
Right, but that's all good.
You don't
All
know. You
right.
better ask somebody.
Mm-hmm. And if you got a group page, share it on your group page, because sometimes that kind of hits up everybody that y'all know that you have in your groups too. You know what I mean? It helps. It helps. So try to share in your group page as well. We appreciate it. Here at Fired Up Broadcasting. But
Look
like
here,
I
man.
said,
You know what time it is, right?
what's that?
Football season, dog.
Oh yeah,
Is a game on right now?
Is it for real?
Yeah, the Chargers in Detroit. It's the
Get
Hall
out
of
of
Fame.
here, man.
It's the Hall of Fame game. Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't know that. All right, all right. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yep.
All right, well, who we got in the house? Let's see who we got in the house so far. We got Jill in the house. That's all I see. I don't see nobody else. What's up? I see some numbers up here, but where everybody else? Let us
I
know. Give
know.
us some thumbs up. Let us
Say
know y'all here.
something.
Because
Say something.
I see a lot of people in Facebook, and I see a lot of people in YouTube.
YouTube.
So you ready, man? We're gonna
Let's
go ahead
go.
and get this baby started. All right.
Let's do it.
In the next 5, 4.
Hey, Carrie, how you
Carrie's in the house.
doing?
What's up, Carrie? Long time
Welcome,
no hear from.
welcome.
All right, then join. We get get started right now.
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We know.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to deal with this. I had it.
I had it.
And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back,
They behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all. The reasons that we're here.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, hi y'all.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays, the place where you come to give us your opinions about the topics we're talking about today. All right, it's your boy Fuel in the house.
Black Lift in the place to be. You already know what time it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we do have Dr. C that's going to join us a little later. If she gets, she's at a little premiere right now, so hopefully she'll get back in time and come on the show. But we got some heck of a topics for you guys. Let me give a shout out real quick. I seen Cuz Dave in the house. What's up, Dave? What's up, Cuz? And Carrie, yeah, welcome. All right. So I mean, I guess we're gonna jump on in. You ready to jump on in, or you got something to talk about? You ready
No. I'm good, man. Look, it's too much stuff going on in the world. So if I get started, I probably won't stop. So
okay.
It's best if we just keep on topic.
Cool. All right, so let's start off, man, because we know as you guys see, Fat Boy isn't with us right now today because he's on doing father duties. So, that made me think about, how mostly everyone around me, man, that I know are good fathers. So when it comes to people thinking that, the black men are not good fathers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot missing from the family, but I don't see it around me. I don't think I have one friend that's just kind of like a deadbeat dad. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say this or Gallon is because, of course, I got a video for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what you guys think when I go there after this.
Let's go.
I get the right program. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I was looking for the right. All right.
Something wrong, you're saying something wrong. Yes. This is not true. Black men are in the houses. Black men are taking care of their kids. Black men are great fathers and providers. I don't care if they make $40,000 a year or they make $100,000 a year. They are still good providers. If you're saying something wrong, you're saying something wrong. Yes. This is not true. Black men are in the houses. Black men are taking care of their kids. Black men are great fathers and providers. I don't care if they make $40,000 a year or they make $100,000 a year. They are still good providers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and talk to me. What you think about that?
So So basically, we're still a social media driven society, and and even back in the day, we always have been. It was just instead of like TikTok and YouTube, it was just the regular news and newspapers and stuff like that. And the only thing that you heard that black men weren't in the house,
right?
Okay, and the major reason you heard that was because it's where they went. Does that make sense? So basically, and I'm not saying that if you go in the hood or you go somewhere where there's a high likelihood of crime and incarceration, you're not going to see men in the house because 9 times out of 10 they're going to lock them up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to give praise to anybody that lives in the hood that, sell drugs or hustling and stealing and stuff like that. But even with that, when you say they still provide for their families.
Oh, of course.
And,
yeah.
Some have done it for their families. You know what I'm saying? If you know some of the most successful people in this world had did some dirty things to get by or whatever, to take care of their families. So I think it's really untrue and it's unfair to the black men to feel like that, or to people in society to look at us in that way.
Right. And I agree. But once again, you're still talking about the fact that we make up a smaller percentage of this country, black people in general, and black men in particular. Okay. But we pretty much occupy 70 to 80% of the jail population.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you say that, a lot of times it was all a plot. It was a plot to keep black people down in general, and the black man in particular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever it's funny to me that whenever they say that kind of stuff, it came down to the fact that they plotted that. They wanted that to happen. They wanted black men to be out of the house. They wanted to denigrate the black family.
Let me ask you, do you know anyone like that's out of the house that black, a black family or a man or whatever that's,
Not right now, no. I don't know anybody.
Exactly. That's what our
I
point
don't.
is.
I
And
yeah. I
this
don't.
is just two of us, and just a random basically topic or whatever. And
Mhm.
I don't know, and I'm used for example like Fat Boy. You know what I'm saying? As you see, he's out with his family right now, with his daughters. I think he went to the canyon. Oh, I don't know if I need to be
Yeah.
telling his business.
Nah, you can tell, man. I mean,
Wait, let me know where he is.
it's a tourist destination. Yeah, I mean,
No. Hey, but anyway, but still, you know what I'm saying? I say with that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think that we are, more powerful, more financially taking care of our kids than a lot of people think. I think we are sometimes, there's some undeserving people that are forced into the system, of child support when they actually really are doing for their kids. So if that's where they're getting their statistics from, as far as black families will ever not taking their so-called not taking care of their kids or whatever, then that's probably where it comes from. I've even had friends or whatever that has been in a relationship. I've been in relationships, broken up with the person, female or whatever, move on to another one, have another baby by somebody else, broken up with that person or whatever, and all that, but still take care of the kids,
right.
So and then we can let's use what's the name for example. He's a black guy, he's rich, he has 50 kids almost, Nick Cannon.
I knew you were talking about Nick Cannon.
Yeah. And he take care of his kids. Now as far as being for them, you know what I'm saying, is that's a different thing.
So that part. So just because you can have all those kids doesn't mean that you should have all those kids. I mean, yeah, you can financially take care of them, but you really there's no way he can be present in all those kids' lives. There's just no way.
Yeah, I mean, not doing the business that he's in or whatever. You have to be it, and they're all not like in one place.
That's what I mean. Unless he built a compound and moved all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Nick. Yeah, do that, man. Build you a compound, man. You got the money.
If you really want to, be there for your kids.
Yeah.
Once again, not just because you can don't mean you should. And look, my wife, that's a sore subject with her because she's like, there's no way Nick Cannon can be a good father.
Right.
I mean, he can be a good provider, but there's no way that he can spend the quality time that a child needs. So these kids are spending the majority of their time with their mothers, and possibly with their mother's significant others.
That's true. If you guys got any comment, let us know. Hit us up in the. Where's the echo coming from? Did you hear echo?
I did not.
I got an echo. But if you guys got comments, go on and hit us know. Talk to us. Holler at us real quick. But I feel like this, man. The only way, and like you were saying earlier, the only way people feel that way is because of what social media puts out there or what the news put out there, that negativity on us, whatever. So I want to say to all the fathers and the black men, you know what I'm saying, don't let it discourage you. Don't make it feel like, be one of the statistics out there when it comes to us taking care of our kids, even like now, of course, my kids are older, and I'm proud of them because they're doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They basically, in good relationships, good jobs, doing their thing, whatever. So I feel like, maybe I, wasn't like my kids basically, of course, my daughter let me, through her high school years or whatever, but my son didn't or whatever. But still, I put the fear of fuel in it. To make sure he do right. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna light some fire on that tail?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure he do right or whatever. So, with that said, you know what I'm saying? I think that makes me a great father just as well, because, I didn't have to be living in the household or whatever, or with his mom, whatever. But still, I was there to make sure that he was disciplined, respectful, all that good stuff, or whatever, and growing up to be a good guy that he is now.
It's about contact and being available.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you're available. If you even if you're not there, you let it be known that I'm a phone call away. If you need something, if you need to talk to me, okay, let's make it happen. That's what it comes down to. You don't have to be there all the time.
Right.
Because like I said, my kids told me a long time ago that especially my youngest daughter, she was like, if my wife and I had split up, it probably would have been better because they would have grown up in 2 happy households instead of 1 dysfunctional household.
Right. Yeah, man. All right. I don't see no comments. What's up with y'all? What's up? Y'all sleeping today? What's up? Anyway,
I think a lot of people, Fat Boys people, is not here.
Oh yeah, that's all good. That's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have a few on there, so it's all good.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Let's get into it, man. Y'all know we going kind of fast too. This is the quite quick as I did.
Well, like I said, when it's only 2 people, man, this show is gonna go real quick. Because normally Fat Boy and Dr. C have some long-winded comments, but right now it's just me and you. So
true that.
It's gonna be a quick show, y'all. All right, we out of here. Thank y'all.
And
remember now.
All right, man. Well, y'all know what time it is, man. It's all right that time. History and Blackness, baby. You know what I mean? And guess who's doing it? I'm doing History and Blackness today. Hey.
Marlon, what's up?
What's up? Marlon's in the house.
I know Marlon's in the house.
That's what's up. All right, you guys, we got History and Blackness. I don't know what's going on with my my little screen here, but yeah, it's kind of like
you having problems getting your squares right.
Yeah, my squares ain't working right like they supposed to.
Squares ain't bouncing.
Going on here?
No, you can't put it in the middle. No,
yeah, right.
There we go. All right,
now, here we go. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Good Lord, help me, Lord, help me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So History of Blackness, you guys. Today we're talking about Alice H. Parker. Now, Alice is a African-American inventor who was active in the early 1900s. She's known for her patent for a gas furnace. Now, the interesting thing about Alice, you guys, is that I think because they don't show her when she passed, there was a discrepancy as to who really invented or was first with the patent for inventing the gas furnace. But I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of history on her anyway. Parker attended University Academy, a high school associated with Howard University, and was awarded a certificate of honor in 1910. According to census data, Parker was a cook in a kitchen in Morristown, New Jersey, and lived with her husband, a butler. Although the date of her death is unknown, it is thought she died in 1920 due to a fire or a heat stroke. In 22, an investigation of Audrey Henderson of Energy News Network found that photos commonly said to be of Parker were either of Bessie Blunt Griffin, another inventor, or an English woman of the same name. And so basically what they were saying was that she, it was almost like they're trying to take credit, take her credit. Mm-hmm. For one, what I'm saying, they kind of found records. If you actually look up Alice Parker's Wikipedia, you'll see other pictures of someone else, and it looked like a white woman or an English woman. You know what I'm saying? To the point where then they don't have a certain date of when she passed away or whatever, which means they probably try to steal that patent to her. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Because back in that day, it was kind of like, well, shit, she's not here. Let somebody else be the owner of this patent. That's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. But, I'm just guessing. I'm not sure. But anyway, Parker is known for creating a special heating system that used methane gas. The system was unique in the sense of it wasn't like other furnace solutions at the time. The system provided a much safer way of generating heat instead of burning wood, and had air ducts allowing heat to spread throughout buildings for systems for the system that was installed in. It also had the ability to control the temperature in the different areas, a feature of system lacked at the time. In terms of how the actual system worked, it consists of series of mini furnaces that were all connected to a common air exchanger. This exchanger would create hot air from the input of methane gas that would then be transported throughout the building, expelling heat throughout the entire building in a feasible manner. So of course, you guys, you know how heat works or whatever. Basically, she's the one that basically come up, as you can see that sketch or whatever. It shows, you know, a sketch of the part that she basically, yes. What's up? Who's that in there? Oh, that was just Marlon.
That was Marlon, yeah.
But yeah, you know, so that was one that I actually, you know, came up with, because I was kind of like, wow, I was wondering, like, you know, you have this person that they're saying, you know, in Black history or whatever, that invented this or whatever, you know, why would that person's name be in there, even though, you know what I'm saying, if you think that somebody else may have invented it.
Right.
I didn't get that part. You know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, we do a lot, man, in our history and our culture and stuff like that or whatever, that people don't realize, whatever. And you talking about something that's just a heater furnace that basically everybody use in the world. Just think of if they gave it to somebody else, or made it to be like it's someone else's, guess whose family is benefiting from it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, you know, historically wise, or I'm talking about generation after generation, you know what I'm saying? Where someone else, and I hope that's not the case, but I hope that, you know, for someone that's not to have getting generation wealth off of her, you know, invention, you know. So that's what I think, man. There we go for History of Blackness with our girl, Alice Walker.
Alice H. Parker.
Moving on. Hey,
keep it moving.
Oh man, we are. All right, man.
It's gonna be a 45-minute show.
No, we gonna it might be 30. Might be 30. I'll be done in just a minute.
Man,
we just kidding.
You got to keep it real, man. When it's 3 or 4 people,
the conversation is longer.
Yeah, the conversation is longer. So
yeah.
We gotta keep it in context.
All right, man. So you guys seen the title. Is it wise to start a relationship while having financial challenges? Is it wise to start a relationship while having financial challenges? You want to go on with that? Talk to me.
Man, that's a very, very good question. So my feeling on it is yes.
Okay.
As long as you are open and upfront with the person that you're dating. Jill said no. Well, baby, I was broke when I met you, so I don't
Did she know you was broke?
Hell yeah, she knew I was broke. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Look, I was hustling, driving Uber, doing Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all kind of stuff. But I mean, I know a lot of people would say no. But as I said, and I've said in previous conversations, man, people are social. You know what I mean? They've done studies that show that when you're alone, you're a lot more depressed. You know what I mean? You're not happy. You're not motivated. There are some people that are cool to be single, but we're human beings and we're meant to be coupled. Now, like I said, there may be some women that don't want to deal with you because you broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't want to go get a hamburger. They want steak. You know.
Okay. Well, let's say use me for example. Okay. I'm single. You know what I'm saying? I'm alone. You know what I mean? I'm not depressed. I mean, I've had my days though when I'm kind of like, a little, because I want this is the thing. I have a vision for where I want my family to be. I have a vision for where I want to leave back, for my family. You know what I'm saying? When I leave here, you know what I'm saying? To have something or whatever for them to be able to go on and, and carry the name, because Fuel is a very rare name. You know what I'm saying? So, and be honest with you, out of all of the male Fuels in our family, first generation, second generation, third generation, I'm the oldest of that generation. You know what I'm saying? So I have cousins, little cousins, in Minnesota, some in Texas, out there or whatever that has the Fuel name or whatever, and just matter of fact, we just seen David, my cousin David, he's on it, still carrying the Fuel name or whatever. So I want things that, a lot of people and a lot of them don't even know that about me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I want to have something for it, because our name, for some reason, man, it's kind of like that name means something, and it should mean something, coming up or whatever. So I think to be single and want to have more is probably the problem I have trying to be in a relationship.
Right.
Because I'm not sure if that person can actually grasp on what I'm really trying to do or what I want to do, even if I'm open up to do it, or we financially able to do it, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I do okay for myself. But can I do okay with someone else as well?
And I think the answer to that is yes. Because what happens is when you find the right person, okay, what's going to happen is that instead of one person working to get ahead, it'll be two people working to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think that people appreciate it a whole lot more if you come up together than if somebody comes up and then somebody comes behind you and basically just reap all the benefits of everything. I think when you struggle, you become stronger. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it's like you paying your dues.
Exactly.
Dues through the struggle. But, it's kind of like it's, when we're at the age that we are now, and sometimes what I think at the age that we are now, when someone has gone through certain things, with their past relationships or whatever, I think that could be a problem for the relationship that you have. If that person still has that that anger or that not anger, or even feel like, oh, well, I'm not going to do this now because I did this for the last person, you know what I'm saying? And this person did me wrong, and unfortunately, I hate to say, but sometimes I meet women that have that, that been done wrong in their past relationships or whatever, where I don't know if they're capable of actually, being in a financial situation when it comes to with me.
So you already know that all of that comes back to the fact that until you deal with your past trauma, that should be a better question. Financial challenges can be overcome. Okay. But your emotional baggage is way harder to overcome than financial situations.
Well, no, not if the financial, what is the financial situation? I mean, what's the problem though? You know what I'm saying? Say for instance,
I get that is a problem, and it can, a lot of marriages and stuff break up over finances, but finances are just one piece of it. There's always more to it.
Right.
And I'm telling you now that until you deal with that trauma, until she deals with that trauma, then you're not going to be able to get together, whether you're rich or poor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter either way. So Jill has some comments.
Yeah. Let's get to it. She said, I mean, I got FaceTime now. Why can't you see your kids regular? Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But Marlon said, nah. I'm here,
fam. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah, he was letting you in.
Okay, but here we are. All
Jill
right,
said
no.
And then she said, I think it goes back to, if you don't have your stuff together, how can you benefit someone else?
Well, let's go on that. Okay.
Yeah, let's unpack that.
Let's unpack that real quick. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got a video.
Okay.
All right.
I kind of thought you did.
Yeah. All right. But we're gonna look at this or whatever, Jill, and I hope to see if this answers your questions or at least give you, some sort of
something else to think about.
Yeah.
Celebrity, and he asked her, since you make the most money in the home, does that make you the breadwinner as well as the head of the household? She came back and she said no. And somebody said, Ingrid, what is your take on this? I said, I totally agree. And they said, well, can you elaborate? Of course I can. Let's first identify what a breadwinner is. A breadwinner is somebody that's identified with bringing in some source of income inside of the home to benefit the home, correct? Good job. We're getting somewhere already. So now if we've identified what a breadwinner is, we're going to also identify that if you flip burgers at McDonald's, you're a breadwinner, right? Good job. Okay, so now let's identify what the head of the household is. The head of the household, does that mean that you have to make the most money? No. You see, I would never demoralize or demonize the fact of a man, him being masculine and me being a feminine. I understand my place in a woman as being somebody's helpmate, which means I bring substance and value to anything that you already possess or that you obtain. You go get the food, I'm going to give you a cooked meal, hot and ready, as if it's Little Caesars followed by me. But however, the audacity for some of y'all to say, if I make more money than you, you're not the head of the household, it's me and I'm the breadwinner. When I think you forgot that also the head of the household is somebody who's going to be sitting there adding some source of stability, some source of guidance, protection, leading me, making sure I'm safe, making sure I'm loved on in all the correct places. Baby, that's the head of the household. Because see, what you fail to realize is a lot of things that we oftentimes cannot, most of the time, possess is things that money cannot buy. So quit looking for something that you know you cannot obtain or that you cannot reciprocate. Now, why would I take away a man's masculinity because I think that I make the most money that he does? Did you not know that I'm just the creative and the face value of everything, but he's really the back end of it? He's really the logistics of the whole plan, an idea that I may have had and pitched. Ooh. I think y'all better play safe, but I did come to start a riot. Club.
So she is absolutely and what I want everybody that's here to understand is that when I say something like that, it's my opinion.
Right. Of course.
And everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, she is 100% correct. However, the problem is that a lot of these younger women nowadays think that if they make more money, then they're the breadwinner. So she's not, I mean, I don't know who she's talking to, but she's talking to the wrong people because you need to speak to some of these young women that feel like if they make the most money, I'm the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? I bring home the money. I'm the head of the household. And to me, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it should work. But we get so caught up in money, which is another reason why having financial challenges. What does that have to do with it? If you're seeking someone to hey, go have a picnic with, somebody to call every night, somebody to hang out with, somebody to form a connection with, money shouldn't have anything to do with that. Now, if you're talking about getting married, having kids, that's something you should not do while you're having financial challenges.
Right. I mean, well, getting married, having kids or whatever, but even just starting a relationship with when you both still already have kids, you know what I'm saying? Or if they had, well, I guess it could be different if your kids are grown as opposed to, having a small kids or something like that or whatever.
Right.
That would be very, very challenging, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Tima from Brooklyn. That's who did that video on that, whatever. So I appreciate that. Shout out to her because I want to make sure, she get credit.
Give her credit.
Yeah. But some of the comments was, we men sincerely thank you for your explanation, because I think, like you said, a lot of them don't realize it, or depending on who's seeing this and who she's talking to, as far as getting opinions on this matter. And another guy had also said these black women ain't listening to you, sister. Their mother have already done the damage. She said their mothers had already done the damage. So I mean
that comes about because of our topic in the first part of the show. When there are no men in the household to show what a healthy relationship is. You know, Jill says working your butt off and paying your bills is not broke. That's taking care of business. Okay.
Okay, that's a good point. I like that. Go ahead.
She said, maybe I'm thinking wrong. I'm thinking broke and not working or paying your bills. If you're just poor, then yes, you should date and get involved.
Okay. All right, Jill.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's where the title needs to have some context. Because financially, I mean, are you talking about somebody that don't have a place to live?
No. When I say,
are you talking about somebody that's going to work every day?
No, that's why I said financial challenge. So financial challenge means that you're working or whatever, but you're not, like you said, you're able to take care of yourself, or you're able to take care of each other in a relationship. You know what I mean? That's what I meant by the challenge. And I appreciate that comment, Jill. That make a lot of sense to me.
And she says, Phil, that's why you have to be completely transparent with who you are dating to know if they are down to take your journey with you. That part right there. We talked about that so many times that you have to look. Like I tell people the story all the time. Jill and I's first date, we met at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no fancy. It wasn't. Look, it wasn't the Red Lobster versus Olive Garden or none of that stuff like that. Cheesecake Factory. You remember that one? The Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just got to meet and see if we vibe. And then that's when you can talk about these things and be honest and be upfront. And like they said, if you down to take the journey, then make that leap. If you're not, then be honest and just keep it moving.
Can I got a question. I had a question. That's for you guys too that's listening. Which I probably have an answer to this already or whatever, but I feel like it might not be right. But when someone if you are being not so much transparent as you probably should be, but if you're kind of hitting on certain things that are going on with you or whatever, and you don't get maybe the response you want or whatever with that person, is that you shouldn't fault them for? I'm answering my own question now. Shouldn't fault them, but not. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help.
I get your question.
Yeah.
It's like, are you gonna be salty if they say no, or they not? Nah. I ain't down for that. Me personally, no, because and Jill knows one of my favorite sayings is, I'd rather have the ugly truth instead of a beautiful lie.
There you go. All right.
I'd rather have tell me the ugly truth instead of a beautiful lie. I don't need fake people.
Right.
And nobody should ever strive for fake people in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I will harbor no bad will, no hard feelings. Hey, we can shake hands and keep it moving, and just understand that, hey, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you.
Jill said you have to set down all your baggage and heal before you enter a new relationship, so you can prevent yourself from holding the new person to the old person's actions. Well, Jill, you on it now.
So she knows this because we have this discussion all the time. There are things that I have issues with still from my past marriage. That sometimes I'm like, I'm giving side eye, like I don't quite know what's going on, and she does the same to me because she's had bad experiences with her old, with her first husband, and sometimes she's like, I don't know, this kind of seems to be going down the same path, but it's not. So we have to talk about that, and we talk through that.
Do you share? Well, but that's the thing though. You guys are in the place where y'all able to be open enough to share everything. You know what I'm saying? Or is there something that say, for instance, you guys been together, what, 5 years? No, how long y'all been together? It's longer than that.
88. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, way longer.
I mean, not 88, man.
98.
Yeah. 12. 14.
You said 98, right?
No.
Where? 2008.
18.
Man,
I'm tripping.
18,
Man, my wife gonna be mad at me.
Okay.
It's 12, 14, 18.
Okay. So 18. Okay. So that's what? 7 years, 8 years almost, right?
Yeah.
So Do you feel like, and I know Jill's on here, she might answer. You feel like that? Do you feel like there's something that I mean, because did you feel like you actually like gave a little at a time as y'all grew up to tell everything, or was you transparent from the very, very beginning? Did y'all find out something later on that, like, say for instance, after y'all was there together for a year or two, that so each one brought on, you know what I'm saying, to each other, and it could have been maybe a deal breaker if you knew it at the very beginning?
No, nothing quite. That's a good.
Right. He said,
so nothing quite that serious that it was going to be a deal breaker.
Right.
But there's always things that you kind of forget that had happened.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's always something that it's like, okay, well, you didn't tell me that at first. You know what I mean? We've had those like a lot.
Yeah,
like, whoa,
wait a minute. You forgot to put that little whatever.
Yeah, wait, whoa.
Right.
Okay, Jill. She says nope. I learned from the last one, so I jumped in and dumped it all on him.
Yeah,
you did, but there were some things that
came up like a little bit later.
Came up a little later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That and it's I don't think you were trying to deceive, and I wasn't trying to deceive, but it wasn't relevant at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
or is it something that never came up?
Okay.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of like in every relationship.
Okay.
But it wasn't things that were deal breakers. No.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I've ever. I think I've said certain things that I felt was the main thing that could make or break a relationship at the beginning.
Right. You always want to do that. Get that stuff out front. Yeah.
But then I've always had something that I felt like maybe, you know, I should, you know, maybe spring that part on her later. This might be too heavy right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's bad. That's a bad. I'm saying this to say that's not good to do.
It's not good to do.
It was done to me.
However, see, that's what I'm talking about. However, you have to temper that with how long does it go before you say something. Now, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, okay, tops. But if y'all been at it for like 3 months or 6 months, and it's something like that needed to be said, and you didn't say it because you thought it was too much, that's when you hiding stuff to me.
I told you my situations when I first.
Yeah.
Well, no, did I tell you about the one with the kids?
No,
okay.
I don't remember that one. I remember the one that had the mental issue.
No, not that one. No, the one with the. Okay, so when I first moved to LA, you guys, and I might have told this story before, but in case you guys haven't heard it, when I first moved to LA, I met a young lady. She lived in actually Sacramento, and I lived, you know, of course, here. I mean, Sacramento, and I was here. So, you know, I mean, of course, our vibe was right. Everything was good, even so much so that even the distance wasn't going to keep us apart. So every other week or whatever, we were seeing each other, you know, for the weekends and stuff like that. You know, I either go there and she comes here, I go there, she comes here. And this went on for almost a year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah. So the thing is that, you know, all I knew when I first met her is that she had one kid. Right. So one time I go there, and then, you know, we were talking about something or whatever, and she says she's mentioned this little girl's name or whatever. I was like, well, who's that? Because you got a boy, you know what I'm saying? She's like, that's one of my. I have a daughter too, but the daughter's with the dad. I was like, you never told me. Now I've been with this person for a year now,
right?
And she had never mentioned that, right? So then I was kind of like, okay, cool. You know, you never know. They got divorced or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, it is what it is. I ain't even really trip off of that, right? So then, you know what I'm saying? She comes here and someone calls her or whatever. And there were like two of them talking on the phone or something. I was like, she's like, yeah. And she mentioned their names. I was like, damn, who are they? And she said, those are my other kids. Dude, she had 5 kids. No, she had 4 kids. 3 with the dad and 1 by this other guy. The one that only one that I knew. You know what I'm saying?
So
After 2 to 3 years,
which one does she have custody of?
she only had custody of the one.
That right there is a red flag, but keep going.
Yeah. No, but that's my point is the fact that, you know, we were getting closer and closer, and, you know, and then she started springing it up little by little, you know, springing it on me little by little. And matter of fact, she really didn't spring it on me, just say, hey, by the way,
you found out.
I kind of found out by just accidentally, and she felt like by that going, you know, by going that way that I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, she still just had because it's just the one or whatever, you know. But I'm just kind of like, you've been dishonest to me for the whole time. And if you're able to lie on your kids, what are you going to do to me?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Whatever, you know, if say something, if say we get into it or something like that, I know damn well you hurry up and lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had that situation. And then, of course, the second situation with the lady I was with for 5 years, you know, and she wanted to have
kids, and you told her
after the 5 years.
Kids.
Yeah, and then she already knew that, or whatever, but she wanted to spring it up to me after 5 years and building a lot of stuff or whatever, you know, with each other and all this type of thing, and, you know, even financially, and she sprung it on me. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's I guess that's probably why I'm a little hesitant in relationships now or whatever,
right?
You know, because there is, I mean, I'm gonna let y'all know out there, when you talk to me, it's gonna be a lot to unload on you, you know. No, it ain't that much, but still, I'm unloaded.
Either you can handle it or you can't.
Yeah, I'm unloaded on you. Our goal should be find someone that shares our values and dreams in ways we can be 100% ourselves and avoid resentment, and find someone who can be honest with. True. You know, and that's basically what I'm looking for. I ain't gonna lie to y'all out there. Someone that I can share, you know, and then we can have, you know, the same values and dreams or whatever, you know, and, you know, go from there. You also said, nope, I learned from the last one, so jumped in it. Oh, you already said dumped in it.
Yeah,
She said true.
Then she said,
it's hard to think of everything.
Yep. And she said, I would say if it's asked and you don't share the truth, then you were wrong. Oh, yeah, definitely. So what kind of questions are you asking on the first date? I feel like I knew all the big stuff on Lyft after our first date. Are people nervous to ask too much? You got to answer that, Fuel. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I think so. I think I have been. I've been asked. I think I've been kind of like, I mean, I try to be open. I try to be, you know, pretty much transparent at times, but with the dating pool right now, with the way things are,
the dating pool,
with the dating pool is I don't know, man. I don't know. I need help with that. People out there, I need help. I need help with that, man.
For real. Yep, for sure.
All right, man. But let's get into this next one. It's the last. Dear brothers and sisters, you know who that is. That's on you.
And it kind of plays into what we were talking about. It's really good.
All right, dear brothers and sisters, let's go, baby.
All right. It said, dear brothers, dear sisters, do you think you should change who you are in order to stay in a relationship? So, what that comes down to, it kind of goes along with what we were talking about here. There are so many people that are scared to like lose a relationship or something like that, that they give up who they are. They change what they do. They change what they like to eat. They change what they like to drink. You know what I mean? They all of a sudden they change everything they are to make the other person happy. Now, in my opinion, and Jill and I have had this discussion over and over and over. When that happens, someone can only act a certain way for so long until it falls.
You see the real, right?
Until that fades. You can only pretend for so long. And you know that's when stuff starts to go sideways.
And it depends on what that change is too, though. You know, I mean, say for instance,
would you change the way you dress?
Okay, if I no,
the kind of food you like.
Maybe if it's something that I know that's going to help me and be healthier.
Okay.
If it's going to benefit me for the better, I can change for that. I'm not going to change my I want to say my morals or my way of living. If I'm not, say for instance, if I was a type of person or whatever that would feel like I have to go out all the time. If that's my that's my DNA, I got to go out. I gotta be. I'm a people person. I got to get around there. I got to go there. I got to go there. You know what I'm saying? I got to be out. You know, and then I get in a relationship, and that person wants me to change. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
that right. Go ahead. No, you got it.
If I'm if I'm the type of person though that wants to be at home, and the only reason I was going out was because I'm not with anyone, then yes, I can change because it's naturally me. I can do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really depends on what it is in order for me to, get into that mode of changing myself or whatever. There has to be something that's going to be for the better and that I'm comfortable with.
Right.
And then I'm gonna read this real quick or whatever. In a relationship, changing who you are can be both beneficial and challenging. And here are some of the key points to consider. Personal growth, changing can lead the person's growth and new experience, enriching the relationship. Acceptance, it's important to accept both your current self and the person you love without forcing changes that are not authentic. Balance, healthy relationship encourage mutual development while respecting individuality, not sacrificing your identity. And then you got borderies. Establishing borderies helps protect your sense of self within the relationship. And of course, which we always talk about, communication. Open communication is crucial to finding a balance between personal needs and relationship demands. Ultimately, the decision to change should be based on mutual understanding and support, ensuring that both partners feel valued and respected. So that's basically some of the things beneficial to changing, for that person or with that person that you're with.
Right. So one of the reasons I came up with this is I got a friend, right, who has been dating somebody for like 4 or 5 years, right? And they kind of knew that this person, you know what death metal is?
What's that?
So death metal is kind of like, I don't want to say devil music, but it's kind of like heavy metal music where they have pentagrams and like death stuff and all that kind of stuff. And so the person she was with kind of, I don't want to say hid that they was into that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean? But then they started going to concerts and all this other stuff. And she knew it and she was kind of cool with it for a little while, but then it got to the point where it's like, nah, I don't like that. I'm not,
it's not her.
Right. I'm not dealing with that. But she kind of just kept going with it. And so that's why I'm saying, there are certain things is like, okay, either you're going to accept it or you're not. And you have to try to figure out what are deal breakers in your relationship. Are you just going to just be quiet and keep going along with it? And then somebody they like to have a beer, right? They know it's bad for them, but then they start drinking a 6-pack every night when they come home.
Or maybe they were already doing that before, but they just kind of slowed down or whatever in order for you to, like them or whatever. And then they find out the real you, from the beginning. So you change for temporarily just for, to get on that person's good side or to get in a relationship or be in a relationship, which is always going to be unhealthy to do, for me, it's kind of like, the only thing, like I just read, as long as it's something that's going to change you for the better, right? You know what I'm saying? And that it's going to be better and it's not changing your character, it's not changing your personality, of who you are. If it feels like work, then it's probably not for change.
100%.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? If it feels like
Yep.
work to you, it's not that, something that you should be doing, trying to change, because it's going to blow up in the end. It's
Yep.
definitely going to go up in the
Because
end.
I said you can only hold that facade, that fake thing up for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually it's gonna fall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Jill says, I wouldn't change who I am, but if I was doing something hurtful, I would 100% work on that.
Mm-hmm.
True. Fuel, if you told someone you like to go out and they expect you to change after they stayed with you, then that is wrong of them. They had a chance to say that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
That's true. Like I said,
Well,
baby,
Jill,
I met you in the club, so now you're gonna act crazy when I want to go to the club.
yeah. Well, I did have a young lady that I was dating at one time that I think, because we was having so much of a good time together, and thought, and I guess she thought that I would be okay with it or whatever, and she was going to private, this is LA, so you're going to get this.
Private clubs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's going to, if y'all know what I mean, she was going to private clubs, and that wasn't me, Now, was I curious as to what it is and what goes on? Yeah.
Of course.
But then I didn't want to get into it because, one, I didn't want to get into it because it was something I didn't want it something that to change me or who I am. You know what I'm saying? And just because I'm with that person, I feel like, oh, I should be. No, if it's not good for me, then I don't need to be with you. And that's basically really what it came down to at that point. What'd you say last?
She said it's manipulation to pretend to be someone else in the beginning of a relationship. Now you may not be doing it maliciously, but it's still manipulation.
Yeah.
Well, you call it manipulation, I call it lying.
No, it could be manipulation. It could be manipulation. I mean,
you're trying to manipulate, but you're really just lying. So
yeah, but they, when they being sweet on you at the beginning,
yeah, that's true.
You find out the real. You know what I'm saying? They kind of manipulate.
They loving all up on you, and then
exactly.
I worship the devil. Whoa, hey, no, okay, we can't do that.
Man, we went straight through that, and it was an hour already. Good Lord, Jesus, man, that was fast. Well, if you guys got any more questions or comments or anything like that, we actually will be posting live. Of course, posting this on YouTube, Facebook. Are we on Instagram now? Are we still on Instagram?
You got it on Instagram, but I don't think you set it up today.
And the Facebook group page and all that good stuff or whatever. And you guys even comment on those, and we will answer those comments as well. I forgot to put up the call-in number as well today, but no worries. Anyway, once again, we appreciate you guys joining us. As usual. Oh, well, I guess Rhonda didn't make it in. So sure she'll probably end up being with us next week.
We'll get her next week
and
when we get
Fat Boy will probably be with us next week as well. So yeah, man. So once again, man, it was a great show, great topics. And we will see y'all next time. You got anything left?
Nah, man. Everybody, if y'all could just think of some dear brothers, dear sisters. Phil, you know that. Okay, you got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just send a recorded message or send a text. No longer than a couple minutes to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. Like I said, what it's meant to be is that we're trying to just, if there's something that you want our opinion on or something that you want help with, just feel free to ask the question. Mm-hmm. And we'll do what we can to try to help you out. Or hell, maybe you can help us out.
Right.
Other than that, everybody tell one friend, tell two friends, tell three friends. Love each and every one of y'all. Jill, love you as always. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week.
That's what's up. And remember, if they talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to deal with it if I had it.
I had it.
And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back,
they behind you for a reason.
Peace.